So,
I must be tripping. There's friggin' golden triangles flying around.
Oh boy.
No, that's normal.
7 years ago, Ganondorf, the king of fuck you shit.
Rip me and my family.
And now I am all better. Okay, the Triforce only separated into 3 pieces. Only your mom remained in Ganondorf's hand.
Oh, but wait, they're totally separated.
The strength of the Triforce enabled him to become the mighty King, but his dark ambitions were not satisfied by Zelda's pants.
Speaking of Zelda's pants, I'm secretly something to do with Zelda.
Yes, I'm secretly in Nehru.
Hey, is my hair
Nehru?
Does the hair kind of give anything away?
It's him, in the distance.
If you played Brawl, this is a spoiler.
No.
Or Melee.
If you notice, they both
This is
have
the
blonde hair.
7th stage. Who does that say? Don't do that at me, I'm scared, Bobby.
Oh shit!
I'm a fire blazer.
Hey, you notice how her hand was moving but the Triforce wasn't?
Hey, wait a minute.
Hey,
Isn't this not supposed to happen?
No, this is not supposed to.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You have fucked up royally.
This is the best. This is the best. Guys, by the way, this is the end of the game. You can stop watching if you haven't played
Oh
this before.
shit! Oh shit!
You broke it. Yeah, you win.
This is the end of the game.
Well, fuck it. You know
And the
what?
next-
Let's just... We have all the shit. Let's just take this episode out of order and go fucking kill Ganondorf.
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
I saw you as
should
escaping
have
from the
everybody
castle
here.
where my attendant mother.
Wait,
Also, this rain is kind of...
Wait for it. Wait for it. Dodge it! Oh yeah, nice dodge.
I dodged it by floating. Hit me in the head with it. Oh, you
Did you
couldn't hit
actually
me in the head with
float
it.
Yes.
in that? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
That's awesome. Like
Hey.
a boss. Wait,
On a boat.
I finally realized So, why
In my
Link and
pants.
Zelda never got together. They're brother and sister!
No!
Spoiler!
They're not brother and sister.
Give me
That
a
is
better-
Star Wars.
Give me a better reason why.
Well, there's nothing that says they couldn't be. Mom brought him to the Deku Forest and then died. Zelda's mother is missing. They both have pointy ears, the same hair, and they both possess a piece of the Triforce.
La 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 la
Well, that could
la.
just be coincidence.
La 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 la.
Not all that affects with the Triforce piece.
I waited for 7 years because I'm a patient son of a bitch.
Aren't you a daughter of a bitch?
No, son.
Idea.
Son. Goddamn.
Hey, man.
She's chic sometimes, so it counts.
So we skipped everything, certainly.
Yeah, but we're still gonna go and, you know, take this
Let's
out
go
of
back
order.
and go back and do it. And fight the fucking
Actually, we
pictures.
can't take this out of order and then go begin, because we're already saying we're taking out of order. And therefore
This
they will
is
know.
horrible.
This is very horrible.
This is
the best, or horrible. It's either one, or both. At the same
we
time.
fucked up the timeline.
Nice
so
ring
hard.
on your ear. I love your ring.
This is
That's a great earring. It's the best earring I've ever seen. The Sacred Arrow of Light. Wait, she's giving it to me now?
Oh shit.
I have the Arrow of Light
Oh.
now? Technically I already had it, but seriously?
Fuck yeah.
Game crash.
Jacob sure is quiet.
It's damn right.
It's what I've always wanted. I have to go pretend I don't have it.
It looks like a lollipop.
Nah, I don't feel like taking that.
That is a lot.
You can keep it ground. See, it's on the ground.
The ground is appreciative of your gift and rewards you with another arrow of light.
Hey look, Navi's actually following me this time.
Hey! Ganondorf, he's in the house!
I don't really even care.
That's rumbling. It can't be.
It's me jumping, sorry.
Crystal. It's your B move in
I-
Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Princess Zelda, you foolish traitor.
I commend you for avoiding my pursuit for 7 long years. 5 minutes. But you let your guard down. I knew you would appear if I let this kid wander around.
Not really, because he didn't do shit yet.
She's having an orgy.
My only
Mistake was to slightly underestimate the power of this kid.
I'm going to kick your ass.
I
Get back
can,
here.
I can still follow you up, it's not a big deal. Now become the true ruler of the world.
Of course!
I do kinky things with Zelda.
And still not be able to talk in a non-monotone voice.
So I can do kinky things with you too.
Touch yeah, you get the picture.
Fuck that shit.
Okay.
Alright, now we get to go pretend that didn't even happen yet.
Wait, change the tunic.
Fabulous pink it is. So yeah.
The world's exploding.
Pretty much.
Russia declared war on the U.S. Everything's fucked. Let's do this.
Wasn't that the plot of Modern Warfare 2?
No.
Yes.
So let's not go beat the game right now because, seriously, no.
Okay.
Okay, so...
So we haven't done anything yet, theoretically. Let's go to the Force Temple.
Alright.
We did not just almost beat the game. That did, in fact, not happen.
That did not happen.
This is not the way to the Force Temple. What the fuck am I doing?
Why don't you just use the Forest Temple theme song?
Well, because if I did that, it would be too convenient.
No, it wouldn't. You don't have to... It's not like there's anything to deal with in the Forest Temple.
I know. Oh shit, now I will. Alright, how does it go?
Are
Quick.
you scared of a ghost?
Tony, how does it go?
It goes... crap, I don't... Hold on. Can I have the buttons?
No!
I
Okay.
can't... I have to do it by play.
By play.
Oh.
It will take me less time to do this. Do. Okay, something like that.
Hey, first.
Hey, up, left,
Hey,
right, left,
up.
Yeah! Every other combination, and that works.
Yeah! What is our time, by the way? Are we approaching 10 minutes?
Yes, but we're editing it out a significant amount, so.
What are we editing out?
Alright. Do, I should have gone here when I was young, but no. Another fucking cutscene. Oh my,
Actually,
seriously,
there's not-
God.
Wait, fuck.
It's just kind of a...
No, look.
Is it? No, I said it's just kind of a mini, but whatever.
No, it's not a mini, because...
It's not?
No,
You're telling
because
me?
Sheik's gonna show up and teach you the
What a
song that
fucking...
you
Well, this
already
is
know.
officially the cutscene episode. As it will ever, forever be referred to.
What the fuck? You just got captured by Ganondorf.
God damn it, I don't...
How the fuck are you back here?
The flow of time is always cruel.
always cruel.
How appropriate. How appropriate.
How fucking appropriate.
Uh,
The only thing that doesn't change with time is a memory of younger days.
Or older days.
You
in
should
some
have gotten
cases.
your ass in here when you were young.
Oh, I just played the mini before.
Wait a
bitch.
minute, do we have the hook? We have all the equipment, right?
Yeah.
hey, Heart Bitch, we just played this song.
No kidding. Like, seriously.
She ignored that completely and is now teaching you the song again.
How
you
the
had to
fuck
play
do you
it
think we got
correctly.
here?
See, I can play it correctly when it shows on the screen.
There
There will not be a song that we do not sing. I'm sorry.
So how does he learn the rest of the notes to the song
And,
without?
no, that's Sheik. or, you know,
Stop
Dad.
asking questions!
Alright. Obviously, the time has come for me to screw you.
You missed.
I can do it too.
I hit. I can
We're both gone. See? Aw, I get back.
How dare you?
The cutscene episode.
Alright, there. That concludes the cutscene episode. This sucks. Everyone leave.
God damn it.
The dice will be better!